All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're the brothers out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. This is YAHAWAH.
Karatazah.
All right, this is a GMS Godspeed lesson. First and foremost, we're giving all praises to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM,
Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim now pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, now this is a quick lesson that's going to be centered around, it's actually going to be a response to the Vocab Malone video. All right, he sat down with Sa Netter, and they had a woman on there. I don't know who she was, but she asked Vocab a question, basically like going into the Great Millstone doctrine and how, you know, she said, well, what about Great Millstone, because, you know, they have Israelite foreigners amongst their camp. You know, so many, she didn't say that verbatim, but in so many words, that's what she said. And she said that, you know, they even have white people amongst their camp, which of course the brothers that are of a lighter skin tone, they're not white. Okay, they're obviously Israelites, but she was asking that question, and you know, Vocab being the devil, of course, he responded, you know, totally different. But we're gonna chime in on that part of the response and explain, basically answer the question that Vocab failed to answer. All right, so we're gonna go into the Israelite foreigners. All right, and we'll start off with Jeremiah 12:9. It says, "Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour." All right, now that speckled bird, it said, "Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird." The bird that speckled has many colors. All right, which we always tell people all the time that this is not a thing about skin color. All right, this is about who your lineage goes back to.
That's right.
All right, because when you read in Numbers, it says they declared the families after their pedigrees. Okay, basically meaning your father's seed. Okay, that line. Now, skin color and lineage, it doesn't always skin color. I'm sorry. Skin color doesn't always trickle down through lineage.
Yeah.
Okay, it can vary. You know, like even a father, even my son, he's a lighter skin tone than I am. So you can't always say, oh, well, this lighter skin tone, oh yeah, he's an Edomite, or he's this, he's that. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, just adding on to the brothers, you gotta go by their spirit, man. You know, just, you know, going back to the video, when you see, you know, brothers who may look like a so-called white person, really their spirit goes back to being an Israelite, man. You know, the seed of their father goes back to Jacob, man.
Yep.
You know?
100%.
Yeah, kind of. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. You know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as you were led." The word Gentile basically means an alien. You know, which word, you know, when you read the New Testament, you know, you have to be able to decipher when it's who is speaking about, you know, when it's talking about the Gentiles, man. Because you have the natural Gentiles and the unnatural Gentiles, man. The unnatural Gentiles are the Israelites, you know, who thought, you know, that they were, you know, a Greek, you know, but really, like we're going into, their seed, you know, goes back to being the Israelite, man. But they just kept they may have looked like and kept the customs of heathen nations, man. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because our people always, you know, when we were in captivity, okay, we were always influenced by those other nations, whether it be their gods, whether it be, you know, their language, their culture. All right, we always, it's called cultural assimilation, you know, but basically when you are subject unto a kingdom, okay, you take on their ways, man.
Yeah. Plain
and simple. It's Isaiah. Oh yeah.
Like now, you know, we have Israelites now in today's time who call themselves Americans. You know, but when you go to their seed line, man, they're Israelites, man. You know.
Yeah. I get Isaiah 11:11. It shall come to pass that in that day the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. And these are all areas where the Israelites fled to, all right, where you know we dwell. And it says, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and that ensign is basically a banner.
Yeah.
Okay, and it says it shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed from Judah from the four corners of the earth. So it says the outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah. Now, there's a word, it's dispersed. There's another word, diaspora.
Yeah, diaspora.
That word diaspora means dispersed. Diaspora, you know, basically outcast, as it says. All right, but it says the Lord is gonna assemble the outcasts. Basically, we all gonna be put together.
Yeah, that's I believe it's the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter.
Yeah,
or the 36th chapter, 37, when he talks about
bones.
Not only the bones, but the northern tribe and the southern tribe coming together, man.
Yeah.
You know that sign. You know.
Yeah, because hey, that's prophecy. Prophecy is that Israel is going to come together on one accord, which is happening now.
Yeah.
All right. You didn't have Negroes in the Northern Kingdom, Negroes of Native Americans in the Northern Kingdom. You didn't have, except for these camps. This is the first time that you're seeing our nations come together with these camps, within these camps, and it's a beautiful thing.
And that's and that's how the Lord got you people in the trick bag, because we know Vocab Malone is an agent, man. We know that. We can tell by how you move, and he always calls us what? Black Hebrew Israelites,
right?
And that's how the Lord got you in the trick bag. Because what you gonna say when you got a brother who look like a so-called Latino, or a so-called Elamite, or a so-called Hamite, but he's teaching the 100% truth. He's an Israelite foreigner, man.
Yeah, well, that's how GMS is the true camp, because we're fulfilling prophecy. All right, we are actually the camp where you'll see other seemingly other nations of people, but they're Israelites, and you'll see us amongst one body.
Yeah.
But you don't see that amongst other camps. That's why we're an anomaly.
Yeah.
That's why, she had to ask that question. Well, what about GMS? Because they so and so and so. And he couldn't even address it. He couldn't even answer the question. Because we are that exception. And that's how you know that we're the true men. We're the true body. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
It's Deuteronomy 28:64.
I was about to get that.
Okay,
Yeah, you got it.
because this basically backs up the precept in Isaiah 11 that the brother brought out about how, our people were scattered into these other nations. And it was a part of the curses that the Lord put us through for not keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. So it's Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Lord YAHAWAH shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth, even into the other. And there thou shalt serve other powers, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So that's how the Lord is going to pull our people from out of those other nations that the brother brought up in Isaiah 11, and get that remnant, man, because he scattered us for a curse, and now those curses are being put upon the heathens. Now we're coming into the blessing. So the Lord is going to gather the elect and the 1/3 out of those nations, and they're going to know that they're Israelites, man.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, gathering the elect at the end of the day. And the elect can look like anyone. All right, like brothers always say, it don't gotta necessarily look like your dark, tall, swole black man.
Yeah.
The elect is gonna come looking like many like the speckled bird, like we mentioned. All right, so we'll end off with that, giving all praises to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM,
Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.